Alrighty then. I guess we're live. Well, hello. Welcome to this stream. In this stream, we're just going to be watching some YouTube. Just because I felt like that'd be a fun thing to do. I am The Rock. My other name is Hunter Align. Is me. He's the one piloting this this feller. And I got fancy lips. Hey, hey, hey. Yeah. But we don't want to see that. We want to see this. We want to see the two Ubes. Alright. It's not quite working. I want this. There we go. Oh, that's pretty nice, isn't it? Alright, so you got me, you got the heart rate monitor, got chat over here on this side. Interesting. Alright. Well, I got the chat right here. Probably should open it on my phone too. Plug my phone in while I'm at it. Okay. And just over to me. Okay. Updates there. Yep. Looks like we're wildin'. Alrighty. So let's see what my history here. Yep, me, but then I was gonna watch this video.
I would cycle,
I
but
get to
there are
watch
too
on the
many
stream.
roads.
I've tried cycling once, but there was a bus on the other side of the road. Ah!
What's wrong with these people? Cycling is good exercise, it's free, it's fun, you can change your route as you please, you can park anywhere, it's usually faster than the bus, sometimes faster than the tube, and yet
I love
for
Jay
some
Foreman.
reason, cyclists in London are still a rare and strange breed. So, why isn't cycling normal in London? Is it to do with the way the streets were built? Or is it something embedded in our culture? Or is it a complicated and nuanced mixture of the two, combined with several other surprisingly interesting factors that will take about 10 minutes to discuss?
The third one.
Cycling infrastructure in London has been around longer than you might think. As far back as the 1930s, when hardly anyone drove, the wise town planners decreed that cars and bikes don't mix. New suburbs in Morden, Perivale and Romford were furnished with shiny, wide, segregated cycle tracks. The first of its kind was opened by Transport Minister Leslie Horbalisha in 1930.
Seems to be working quite well.
They weren't really used much.
Cycling
Well,
groups
all
at
right.
the time hated these so-called cycle tracks. They were worried that they'd be
That's
forced
proof
to
of
use them
concept
and then
right there.
banned from regular roads. Indeed, that's exactly what Leslie Horbalisha wanted, saying that cyclists
All
were the
right,
most
let's try to
dangerous
get some
people on the road
viewers.
today. So a cycling revolution never came, but a new revolution was just around the corner.
Introducing the new car. Think you can't afford a car? Thanks to technology, the new car is more affordable than ever. You can afford the new car. With a new car, you can drive around in your new car. Do you like your new car?
I love my new car.
As cars became more affordable, the roads became more full of them. And so, the 1960s planners, in their finite wisdom, altered London's existing streets to make more room for cars, and cyclists were completely forgotten about.
Historic Hyde Park Corner was turned into a massive scary roundabout where every lane is the wrong lane. So was Archway, Elephant and Castle,
Let me see if I
Waterloo,
can't.
and Hammersmith. The Westway was built, blech, and nearly all the 1930s suburban cycle
Okay,
tracks
I'm just gonna
disappeared. Some
pull
becoming
that
lanes for
over
cars,
there.
others becoming parking spaces. Unsurprisingly, over the next few decades, the number of cyclists in London plummeted.
Yep, that's
This
good.
terrifying video from about 1984 and a half, which, believe it or not, is trying to promote cycling in London, shows just how treacherous and horrible life on two wheels had become. It was cars won, cyclists dead. Meanwhile, in Europe, cities like Amsterdam, which in the 70s had similarly lethal roads to London, not to mention a few dead children, decided to do something brave.
What the?
Over the next 3 decades, the historic streets were
Where'd the
totally
window go?
transformed to prioritize pedestrians and peddlers. Cars were banned from some streets, and new, segregated, wide, uninterrupted, smooth cycle paths were built in the lanes where people...
Hang on just a second. Why on earth did that get rid of that window? I had it set up just right. Bastard. What? No. Why did it do that? Oh gosh, hold on. Show me the new tab, please. What? What in the world?
where people used to...
What is wrong with this stupid thing? Show me all the windows, please. Show me the windows that I want to see. Show it to me. Where is it? What are you fucking talking about? I hate problems like this. These are the kinds of problems that really just get my goat. It's just a problem that just crops up from nothing. Okay, fine. If you want to do it that way, we can do it that way. Be an annoying piece of shit, but we can do it that way.
to drive.
Turning Amsterdam inside out wasn't easy, and it didn't happen overnight. But eventually, cycling became the normal, default way of getting around. And it was cars that had to learn to wait their turn, keep out of the way, and go the long way round. Now that doesn't mean that the Dutch are bike-mad cycling enthusiasts. That's a bit like saying that everyone in Britain is obsessed with vacuum cleaners just because everyone's got one. In Holland, the Netherlands, there's no such thing as a cyclist.
These people are teachers, doctors, lawyers, students, systems analysts, chartered quantity surveyors, and porn stars.
So why didn't this happen in London? Actually, it's quite hard to say.
Maybe it's because we Brits have always been overly attached to our cars. In the 80s, cars were a status symbol. Margaret Thatcher famously, apparently, probably said,
"A man over 30 who finds himself on a bus can count himself a failure."
One more second. Nope. You over there then.
This meant that politicians and planners who wanted to make cycling better always did so with their hands tied behind their back. They couldn't do anything to get in the way of our lovely cars.
Another possible reason is the way London was run for so many years. After Thatcher abolished the GLC in 1986, cycle infrastructure and the like was provided by London's 32 bickering boroughs, so there was no one to provide a citywide shift in culture. But that would all change in the year 2000. For the first time, London had an assembly and a directly elected mayor with the power and budget to think big.
Ken Livingstone and the newly formed Transport for London, or TfL, had to tackle London's chronic congestion and pesky pollution, and they saw that cycling could play a vital role.
Although late to the party, with the right investment, London had the potential to become a cycling mecca just like Amsterdam. After all,
It's got the same climate, it's flat, mostly, the streets are wide enough, and most journeys in London are perfectly bikeable less than 2 miles.
it was totally doable. They had to do it soon, and they had to do it now.
Nearly more than 7 years later, Ken Livingstone stole an idea from Paris, the cycle hire scheme. Docking stations were to be planted all over central London, with bikes that were too heavy and conspicuous to want to steal, and anyone with a bank card and a pair of legs could hire them for a small fee.
It took until 2010 for the scheme to finally get going, by which time London had a new mayor whose idea it wasn't, giving the scheme the misleading but memorable and durable nickname Boris Bikes.
They were an instant smash, popular with locals and wobbly tourists alike. They helped promote the idea that urban cycling wasn't just for lycra-clad enthusiasts, but for everybody.
With so many new wibbly-wobblies on the road, it was more important than ever that London had safe streets to cycle on. And so, that very same year, along came the mayor's most boldest plan so far, the cycle superhighways.
This was a new special type of bicycle motorway for commuters that was long distance, clearly labelled, and painted luminous bright blue to match the colour of Barclays, who was sponsoring the whole thing. 12 cycle superhighways were planned, numbered like hours
don't
on
do
a
that.
clock, radiating out from central London. The first to open in 2010 was CS7, which went over the underused Southwark Bridge, squiggled around Elephant and Castle, and followed the Northern Line all the way down to Collier's Wood. Next came CS2, which went east from Aldgate through Whitechapel and up to the future Olympic Park at Stratford.
But were these superhighways any good? No. Although
Ah!
very well signposted in a lovely shade of blue, there was nothing to physically separate cyclists from passing cars, buses and lorries.
Sometimes the blue paint would stop abruptly or merge with a bus lane or fill up with parked cars. Timid new cyclists, the very people this scheme was designed to make feel safe, didn't feel safe at all.
More worryingly, new-ish and confident-ish cyclists were lulled into a false sense of security. They'd start on an easy bit, and then, when the blue paint ran out, splat.
Venera Minechmatova, a 24-year-old Russian businesswoman, was killed by a lorry at
Yeah, it's hard to do the tongue.
inadequate Bow interchange. One of 5 cyclists to die on the capital streets in just 2 weeks. It led to protests calling for the mayor and TfL to stop killing cyclists.
A closer look at the original superhighway designs reveals that they were dangerously ill thought through. According to this map, CS11 was supposed to go up the very narrow Kilburn High Road. And where exactly was that meant to go?
So TfL went back to the drawing board and took it more seriously this time. The next generation of cycle superhighways from 2013 onwards was a massive improvement. Physically separated from traffic with features like dedicated traffic lights and floating bus stops, these were proper cycle paths worthy of the Dutch.
Have these new superhighways been a success? Yes.
Beep,
Cycling
yes.
on these routes has increased a whopping 60%. At rush hour, 60% of all journeys are bikes. They even have cycling traffic jams. It demonstrates quite demonstrably that if you build it, they will come.
Spurred on by the success of the cycle superhighways, the city was starting to send itself cycling silly. Look!
Torrington Place is closed to cars westbound.
Look!
Bank Junction is buses and bikes only on weekdays.
Look!
Camden are filling their streets with armadillos. Armadillos!
We're even
Armadillos!
starting to correct our mistakes from the 60s, turning former big scary roundabouts into much safer, albeit confusing, two-way inside-out question mark-shaped junctions.
In Archway, Elephant and Castle, Waterloo. Not Hammersmith though, it's too late for Hammersmith.
So everybody's happy. Or are they? The cycling revolution has attracted criticism from some groups like...
Bad luck and you're out of time. But you did very well. You did the history, you did the superhighways, you even went to Amsterdam. But there's still so much more to talk about. Will you come back for part 2?
Yes, I will.
Excellent. We look forward to it, don't we? See you after the break.
Hello, one of the following 2 things is true. 1, Skillshare is a great online learning community for creators. Or 2, if you flap your arms very, 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 very fast.
Alrighty, sorry, Jay. Can't just be giving free sponsorships on my live stream. But you know, I'll take your content and react to it, and that's new content. Nothing against Jay, you know, he's great. He's even responded to a couple of my YouTube comments. But yeah, no, I'm just testing out how a reaction stream goes. I mean, I don't even really know what the whole reaction thing is supposed to be in terms of like compensation or fairness. Like, do people get annoyed that other people just react to things and get good amounts of views? I don't know. No. Well, guess I'm here to find out. What else have we got? What else is there to watch? Let's see what the home says. Oh, look, there's some new live stream. Could check that out. New live stream. Could check that out. New live stream. Check that out. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Well, he's dressed as The Rock. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Well, he's dressed as The Rock. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Whoa. Wait a minute. Something weird is happening here. Whoa. Wait a minute. Something weird is happening here. Whoa. Wait a minute. Whoa. Weird is happening here. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, there's so many. And it just keeps going. Oh, there's so many. And it just keeps going. Oh, there's so many. Let me see if I can do like a let's see what would be good. Let's see what would be good. So I can do like a something like a bup. I can do like a and then I can go like bup. Something like a bup. And then like a and then I can go bup. Bup. Like a bup. That almost yeah, it kind of works. Yeah, a little bit. That almost yeah, it kind of works. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it kind of works. Yeah, a little bit. It's just the infinite abyss. It's just the infinite abyss. Yeah, that's enough. That was good though. I could just react to the Ludwig stream reacting to other videos. Let's see what Bob has to say about the Mario movie. Been watching Movie Bob for a good few years. It looks better than fine, I think.
Address the elephant in the room and a bit of talk that'll end up stuck on the front of whichever of these episodes ends up posting first. Yeah, we ended up running fewer episodes the back end of this year than I wanted to. You know, if you watch for a while, I've heard the reasons before, and it's not really anything new. I've got more than one gig that divides my time. The YouTube algorithm changes all the time. Trying to balance making the channel still show up there versus delivering stuff people have come to expect is challenging. But also, we seem to wind up in a space where covering the exact type of stuff and even topics we wanted to cover or were covering ended up being things that stretched on and on and on.
Talking about
how many
stretching.
fucking Flashpoint, DCEU episodes did I even do over the last couple years? And now we're almost at the end of that fucking mess. Maybe, please. I think I ended up throwing out 5 or 6 near full episode scripts between the last one and right now because every time I'd get to, okay, things seem to be stable for a bit, let's make a Flashpoint update or what should happen at DC update, and then news would come out like Ezra Miller just hijacked a plane to Candy Apple Island or David Zaslav sold Westworld for a handful of magic beans. And then there's other times where I should cover this, but it's a downer and I don't want to, and I've got a backlog of reviews to get to instead.
DCU is sad.
Fuck, I forgot to review Nope. Wow.
Good movie, Nope. Liked it a lot.
And that sounds less mentally taxing, or those other projects I need to get further toward completion so I can actually show off what they are, so it sounds less like we're just making shit up. And hey, get the Patreon numbers climbing up again, because yeah,
I should do a
things are tough all
Patreon,
over.
too.
So if you can chip in or know anyone who'd like to chip in, by all means, please be our guest. Regardless, yes.
Sure, why not?
Official, we
Go
should
give
have
Bob
a
some
James
love.
Gunn at DC episode incoming. It's about time to do the obligatory Marvel Phase 4 thing, and I guess since I did an Elon show, we should probably talk about the Kanye of it all.
I'm done with the classifications. Every human being has something of value that they brought to the table, especially Hitler.
Now fuck the shuck up.
The Holocaust is not what happened. Let's look at the facts of that. And Hitler has a lot of redeeming qualities.
Okay, why are you putting this in my video? Even just to listen to Kanye is just...
Love about Hitler.
Why is that not skipping?
But
Alright, don't need
that,
all this
I feel
Nazi
like
shit
what
in my
people
thing.
have asked
Fuck
me about
Kanye,
most
first of all.
recently is why I didn't talk more about the Mario movie. Which, okay,
And Alex Jones,
fair.
fuck him.
I've got something of a reputation.
And
as
Hitler,
kind of
fuck
a big
him.
Super Mario fan from way back, maybe even more
Controversial
so than
statements
other
only
Nintendo
here.
Generation 80s kids. Over the years, I've had my share of opinions on the franchise in media and whether or not or how they ought to put a movie together.
Oh, I remember that.
I feel like it's really likely that we'll get a Mario movie within the next decade, and it'll probably be animated, which, okay, would be fine. It'll be fine. But I feel like that everything a little bit fanciful should just be animated default argument when it comes to video game movies misses that one of the main reasons to adapt a story or a character or a world to another medium is to take advantage of what that medium can offer to present said story in a new way. You really just have to answer basic questions. Why are the Koopas and the Mushroom People fighting? What does Bowser specifically hope to accomplish by kidnapping Princess Peach? For me, it's not even a question. You go with the two plumbers from Brooklyn origin. It explains the powers.
Well,
i.e.
apparently they're
in
doing.
physics between different worlds, a la Superman's Red Sun, Yellow Sun thing. Not for nothing, movies about archetypally ordinary people becoming heroes after being unexpectedly deposited in a fantasy kingdom have some pretty solid history of being, you know, pretty successful. I mean, I think a few of you recognize these images,
He's a Kai,
right?
of course.
Okay, yeah, she probably needs some work as a character. I know, it's easy to just say, have her be on the quest with them. But then, why are they on the quest to begin with? Do you really want the Mario movie to be one of those assembly line, nut job, open season, trolls, Romeo and Juliet, every Ice Age after the second one things, where the main creative decisions were which of the Koopalings should sound like Kevin Hart and which one should sound like Sheldon, or whether the Shy Guys or the Toads are better positioned to be our answer to the fucking Minions? Didn't think so.
That aged well.
Since Universal is building the Nintendo theme park, Nintendo has decided to trust them to make the first Nintendo movie since the failed Mario Bros. Movie in the 90s, excluding the Pokemon movies, and that Animal Crossing anime they didn't bother to release.
Oh yeah, I
outside
guess
of
the
Japan.
Pokemon
Now,
movies do
look,
count.
I don't really have anything against Illumination per se. They're a
Interesting.
decent enough studio, they employ a lot of talented people, and I actually thought Sing was a pretty great movie. In processing this, what I find myself grappling with is whether or not hoping to see this particular property ever become a great film is being unrealistic on my part. Do I honestly believe there's something greater to be found in there among the pixels? I mean, my headcanon still defaults to the Brothers from Brooklyn thing, and even if it was sort of the default official backstory from the 80s to the early 90s, at least in the West, it hasn't been for a while. Beyond that, for as many characters as there are and as many self-contained story digressions get played out in the Mario RPG installment,
I mean, I don't feel like he
even
ever
though the games
fully
themselves
moved
are
away
timeless
from
classics,
being
one
a
of those
plumber.
disposable biannual animated comedy franchises
I always
with
make a point of
dopey
that.
comedy and clunky references that mainly exist because you can sell twice as many tickets because kids have to bring a parent or their friends is where the Mario franchise belongs as a movie property. Yeah, that's a possibility worth considering, introspection and all that, but I still don't completely buy it. And if one of the most moving scenes in a movie this past year can be centered on Rocket Raccoon, I'm not going to stop maintaining that the Mario universe probably deserves better than it's going to get from a studio whose best movie is about animals doing cover songs. Yeah, so I was both, I think, kind of surprisingly right about this, and also kind of weirdly bitter. I should also probably put those episodes together and do a compilation as well. Probably end up doing that now that I think on it. Especially about doing his animation, which I stress I have the opposite of a problem with as a medium. I was just kind of hoping they'd try it with live actors again, because to me that feels like the more interesting filmmaking challenge, or maybe if they'd gone with a more distinct animation design style than what all the games have looked like in the past 20 years. But I'm not going to give them shit going with the Nintendo house style when the theme park is coming up. I mean, that's kind of obviously what they were going to do, and just look how weird people are already being about the extremely minor changes they've made to the designs to, I would imagine, make everyone just a little bit more expressive or line up with where the actors took the voice performances. So as it goes now, there's trailers and posters, and this really is finally coming out, and look, objectivity was always going to be somewhat impossible one way or another here. I think it looks good. Fine, better than fine, yeah. I mean, it looks so much like exactly what you'd expect. I feel like it's hard to be really blown away by just the existence of any of it, but on the other hand, you've heard me say for years that at least two things a Mario movie could do that'd get me totally on board would be to have the Tanuki suit on screen or go back to the Brooklyn origin, and I guess we're doing both of those things.
There's fucking contact.
I should have said the poem. So beautiful.
So, I'm a man of my word. All right, let's do this. As far as the rest of it goes, I think it looks cool. Yeah, Charlie Day, Seth Rogen, and
Carl
Jack
Sagan
Black are all
write that?
inspired casting for Luigi, Donkey Kong, and Bowser. I think the Kongs are going to be a breakout thing here. It's a whole race of comedy monkeys. People love monkeys. It's just an easy call that Nintendo has never really properly seized on for whatever reason. Luigi being the guy that needs rescuing, you know, so it's Mario and Peach on the quest is a fun way to solve the damsel in distress.
Oh, that
thing,
is
and
fun.
Characters
If they're doing it that way.
Two brothers. I would say Anya Taylor-Joy is pretty much ideally cast as literally the woman millions of men my age have been looking for their entire lives, so good job there. And giving Princess Peach action hero stuff to do may be an easy decision, but it's still a good decision overall. And frankly, I don't really have an issue with Chris Pratt's voice so far. It's different from Charles Martinet's voice from the game, but his version was never really made to deliver full sentences or a full movie performance or even deliver actual English lines, as opposed to Italian-ish gibberish in a video game. And you can hear Pratt doing a guy from New York thing with it. I was hoping for a less recognizable, more Italian guy sounding thing, but again, it sounds fine to me so far. It'll work. The thing is, on one hand, I'm not jumping up and down nuts about it. not because there's anything wrong with it. It looks cool, but I guess because it looks like a Mario movie aimed at an audience of kids and young adults who've come into being fans of the games over the last 20 years of them, you know, rather than being a big dopamine nostalgia button thing for 40-year-old Nintendo fan gamers like me, and that's kind of how it should be, especially since it's a kids movie. Whereas, yeah, I bet something that was more inside baseball, retro gamer references, obscure Mario lore would have me paying more attention, but probably wouldn't be tracking as big with, like, my niece and nephew, who are both very excited for this. That's appropriate. That's where this should be. Maybe there will be more to say about it when it finally actually comes out, or there's more trailers, but for now, yeah, that's what I've got for that. Mario movie. Looks decent. I hope it's good. I'm Bob, and that's the big picture.
Once there's more knowledge of the movie from the movie. Ba-ba-da-boom. Okay, why is that showing up there? That definitely shouldn't be showing up there. Is that gonna go away? Yes. I goes to IH. I mean, that's a big commitment. I don't think I want to watch that just for an hour straight. Japan's craziest girl bar. Why not?
What is up, my beautiful weebs? Today, as you can see behind me, I'm in Shibuya, which is the predominant nightlife district of Japan, and there's plenty of strange bars around here. And today, I've been invited to come to a rather strange bar. It's a Gyaru girls bar, which you can see here, called Tenshin. I don't really know what's going to be in here. I've just heard that these Gyaru girls are quite crazy.
In the West, we have a pub or a club and all places you can go and drink, but Japan has many categories of places where you can drink, and there's one type of category called a snack bar. And amongst all of these snack bars, the most popular type are girls bars, which is a bar where you normally pay a premium. It's normally quite a lot more expensive than normal bars. Have cute, beautiful, or interesting girls talk to you. And it's not uncommon for some of these girls bars to have some sort of twist to them. And this one is that all the girls are gyaru. So let's jump into it.
Of course, Kaho's here. Of course, Kaho's
here.
Of course. I'm also a regular here.
So, Kaho, what are we doing here? What is this place?
So, do you know the term gyaru, Connor?
A little bit. I kind of know what it is.
I know what a gyaru is.
Maybe I should ask her the definition of gyaru.
Yeah, I'd like to hear what you think it is.
なんて言えばいいのかな日本の昔からの文化みたいなギャルなんだろう待ってめっちゃ難しいとりあえずみんな元気でとりあえず元気でやるよみたいな感じでここはやってそれかなって感じ
I mean, I can get behind that. I like having a good time. I'm sorry to interrupt this video, but I'm just wondering, are you craving a mobile game cyberpunk themed with hack and slash? Well, try punishing Grey Raven. If you're
See, especially when it comes to like listening to ads, I don't know what I don't know what the protocol should be here. Should I let the ad run because I'm using this user's content for my own content, or should I not? Because they're not getting paid one way or the other. I mean, I guess they're getting paid for my view if I actually watch it versus skipping it and whatever. I don't know. It's kind of a bit of a dilemma. I'll have to watch a streamer and like do just a reaction stream and see what they do for ads. But for now, I'm gonna skip it.
Girls Gyaru bar.
Right, maybe we should start with drinks.
I'm fine with that. I'm British. That's fine.
Also, you're studying Japanese, right?
I am.
Oh, there is a specific rule called Keigo Kinshi.
So you can't use any Keigo at all here?
You don't have to be polite.
Well, I don't know any Keigo, so that's
I don't know any non-Keigo.
I'm British. I can drink it all. Let's do it. What made you want to bring me here, Kaho?
Well, we've been to so many cafes. In Japan, you can find so many crazy cafes.
Too many.
What could be crazier, or what's more Japanese?
I don't know. What is more Japanese?
So I came across, gyaru is very Japanese.
Yeah, I haven't really heard much about gyaru. I see them occasionally in anime,
Gyaru
but I don't really know what they are. Nihon.
Yeah, in my image, it's like they're tan, or they dye their hair, more makeup, or longer nails.
Japanese,
is there a reason
like
why they dress and tan so much?
It is Japanese.
They want to feel the happiness.
But not like a Japanese person.
みソーダ。
ぶっこみソーダ。
Wow, it's got LEDs in it? Wow. Do I get to keep the float? I want to keep the float.
So these cocktails are the specialities and original cocktails that Tenshin has to offer. Most snack bars or girls bars in Japan will have some form of original cocktail, and that's why it's always fun to explore around these bars.
Wow, look at that. All the kiss marks, and also you get to kiss Garu. It's like kissing her.
Oh, that's awkward. Okay.
Wait. You're supposed to kiss.
Oh, I thought you eat it.
That's how you kiss.
Oh, come in inside.
That's how Connor kisses.
Yeah, you bite their lips off.
I'm a natural, okay?
いくよ。今日も元気に。
Nom nom nom.
Trees.
That didn't
Garu way of
help
saying
at all,
hello.
looks like.
So, like, working hard, I guess, yeah. What made you want to become Gyaru?
Oh, those Garu magazines.
Oh, there's magazines for Gyaru. Wow, I didn't know that.
Garu fashion magazines. And she saw them like, oh my god, Garu is the prettiest, the cutest in the world.
So how long have you been Gyaru for?
芸歴は自分の中では全然短いと思ってて、多分3年とか。
3年3年でこんなコンプリートできる。
なんかもうどんどん濃くなってっちゃった。
So how long have you been working here?
1年。
Because Gyaru is so in your face and outward, it's not exactly something you could hide. I wanted to know what kind of jobs a Gyaru girl can do.
ここにいるとか、昔は渋谷にギャルと言ったら渋谷っていう。
I wonder what's the appeal of a place like this?
You
What
can't
makes
just
customers
stop,
like
watch.
and experience Gyaru.
わあ、本当にいろんな人が来て、若い人からなんだろう、ちょっとおじいちゃんみたいな感じの人まで男
I
女
guess
問
I
わ
gotta
ず。
move myself for
I'll
the
bring my mum. I'm sure she
subtitles.
won't be confused at all.
Wow, just the people who want to have fun, I guess. Damn, that's me. I want to have fun.
Why do I look so miserable?
Connors wanna
I'm gonna
have
finish my
fun.
drink. This is super.
Future Connor here, just wondering, why could you not be a little bit more enthusiastic, huh?
It's super hot. It's really hot in here. I'm sweating buckets.
It was really hot.
I guess I'll drink the flamingo part.
Super hot. Super
wow.
hot.
Okay, this drink though, seriously, the one with the flamingo? That shit was bussin'. Bussin'.
誕生日っぽいコール。
What are you asking for, Kaho? What are you asking for?
Kaho was asking the staff to do something for me, and I was not too thrilled with the idea, because normally when Kaho has ideas for me, they're not good. But we wanted more time to talk to another one of the staff, so another Gyaru girl came over.
コナ何がいいかな。コナナにしよう。
コナナ。
コナナ。
Konana.
Konana.
Oh, Konana. Oh, okay, that's my new name. All right. Awesome.
I love it. It sounds like I'm a banana that went stale.
This place is like a,
Konana.
Yeah.
of course, inspired by beach. And it smells like a beach too.
Yeah. So in the winter, is it just like this too, or?
レッツゴービーチパーティーみたいな感じ。
Okay, let's go.
Yes, I'd love to go to a beach party so much.
でもほら毎日できてない人もいるじゃん。だからキスしたくなったらぜひギャルキスを飲みに来て。なんかラブリーな気持ち。
That feels like a really sad choice. That feels like a really sad.
It's a happy place, Konana.
I'm so happy. So I'll kiss a straw and some sweets.
Okay, Konana. I guess we have to try some food too.
Yeah, let's try some food. What kind of food do they do here then?
That's really blurry.
またこれまた好きになったギャルカンっていうのがあって。
Whoa.
Udon.
そうそう。
Canned food?
You're having a laugh. There is no way. There is no way.
Look, Connor.
注目したわけ。
It's your favorite afternoon tea.
Holy shit.
Did you know that Japan created about cans too?
It's like being back in World War I with the rations. You know, me and my cans.
And you get to juice 5 of these delicious looking goods. This one right here is butter chicken curry. This one behind it is
Butter
gyudon. That's beef with
chicken.
rice. It's a very common dish in Japan. There's clams down here. Mapo tofu there. This one is chicken balls, I think. That's... Oh God.
Tsukune.
And there's mackerel behind it. So you're spoiled for choice. And I won't lie. It did not sound
Asari.
appetizing. I'm a very polite man.
ガトーショコラ。
そうなの。
Sweet.
I didn't know you could get chocolate dessert in a can like this. I don't know if that's good information or bad information. I don't know if I wanted that information.
I think I'm scarred of cup ramen. I don't ever want to eat a cup ramen ever again. I still haven't since the video, and I'm not going to. And it comes in an afternoon tea.
Well,
How
you're
bizarre.
British.
Yeah, I am British. That's what we eat all our food on.
こちらでちょっとセッティングをさせてほしいんだけど。
すごい。
Wow. It's like a manga illustration.
So when you've picked your 5 dishes, they come out looking like this. This one is canned fruits. Next to it is the gyudon. Next to that is the mapo
Oh,
tofu.
I am tired.
Next to that is risotto, if I remember correctly. And next to that is the takoyaki, which is like a dough ball filled with octopus. And all of this came from a can.
Wow.
すごい。
今日誕生日ということだったので、ちょっとコールをね、バースデーコールをしていければなと思うんだけど。
What is
ちょっ
that?
とスケート呼んでもいい？
お願いします。
すいません、じゃあおけみさんちょっと。
Oh my.
Little did we know, our ears were not about to survive this conversation.
コナナ。コナナ。
コナナ。
こんなな。Only a little cringe.
I'm just gonna put
But
this
all
out
birthday
there.
things should
I
be.
don't love attention in public.
So, Kaho, now it's time for us to try the food. It looks interesting.
I love spicy food, so can I go with
Tofu?
marbled tofu?
Yeah, go. Good.
Was that me or the video?
I'm gonna
I think
try
it was me.
some. I guess I.
The tofu is a little bit hard, but
It's very fatty. I guess I'll just. It tastes interesting. It's not as good as Matsu.
Omoshiroi.
I'll try the rice as well.
not bad at all.
Yeah, it's okay. How's the tofu? No. I'm gonna try the tofu. The tofu tastes like ravioli, like canned ravioli. That's so strange.
I don't think the food is the selling point of this place.
Why don't you try little with that?
Little. This food has been interesting. I can't say I would normally go for canned food, but I guess if it's the delicacy here in this bar, I guess I have no choice.
It's very interesting.
It is indeed interesting.
Why did you want to work in
面白いで
きっ
す。
かけはギャルってこれからの時代に必要なジャンルだなと思ったの。なんか自分の芯があるでしょ、ブレない芯があって、なんかもう自分なりの生き方みたいなのがしっかりしてるじゃん。かっこいいなと思って。でもギャルにすごい憧れてたの。で、私ギャルデビューしたのが23とか。普通大体卒業するんですよ。その時代からギャルバイブスが好きで、
ギャルバイブ
やろうと思って、探したところ、ここギャルカフェっていうのがあって、やばーと思って、それで応募して、ここでギャルやろうかな。
As you can hear, this bar is extremely lively.
Yeah, because I think that in Japan people are really shy and they don't really open up
They
a
don't
lot.
scream like that, right?
Yeah, this
Oh, God.
is really fun. It's really refreshing.
Oh, God,
to hear
buddy, stop.
People be so energetic.
Stop freaking
and so,
out.
Happy, I guess.
British man tries to
Fine.
explain emotions.
Were you working or doing anything else before Gyaru?
ギャルの前は派手だったんだけど、ちょっと原宿系に近かったから、ちょっとドラッグクイーンとかも好きだから、そうそう、派手な感じのファッションをしてたけど、ギャルではなかったの、見た目が。ただ、バイブスは変わってない。ずっと同じだけど、なんか多分ハマったしっくりきたのがギャルっていうジャンルだったね。そうだから髪も今もピンクだけど昔もピンクだったし、
ピンク
派手な髪、格好、スパンコールの服着たりしてた。
Wow, that's so cool.
But now it was time for the important questions.
アニメ好きですか？
アニメ、セーラームーンが好き。あとコジコジ。
こじこじかわいい。
あとウテナとか。
ウテナ。
そう。知ってる？
知ってる。
そうピンドラとか。生国さん、生原邦夫監督の作品が結構好きかな。
I just like JoJo. I brought my finest JoJo shirt.
I actually have a birthday present.
So during the shoot, Kaho wanted to give me a birthday present, as my birthday was on the 26th of July. So Kaho wants to give me a present.
So I know how much you love JoJo.
I do.
He loves JoJo.
So here is my template. おめでとう。
What is this?
開けてみて。
おめでとう。
Open it.
Is it a phone?
It's a JoJo phone.
What the
What?
fuck?
Are you serious?
I shit you not, this is a totally legit official merch. It is legit
Wow.
a JoJo phone.
Thank you so much, Carl. Thank you. It's so kind.
Also, what? Kaho's out here giving me like the best birthday
phone?
present ever? What?
This is one of the most chaotic videos I've ever filmed. This is just crazy.
I just can't get over the fact that Kaho gave me a phone for my birthday. I've come from a place where birthday gifts aren't over $20. This is insane. But
Yeah, I was
how
thinking
my
that's-
friends are amazing and giving me amazing birthday presents. Thank you very much, Kaho. I wanted to know what else was unique about the Gyaru bar, and so they brought out a rather bizarre item.
ギャル語がこういうふうに印刷された。
It's on a toilet roll.
ギャル
So
語。
before I wipe my butt, I can.
Oh, wait a minute. There's a swastika on there.
Piston?
That's the peace one, though. Not the.
So if I'm sad and I want to make someone feel sorry for me, I can. I've never seen like a dictionary printed on a toilet roll before. That's pretty cool. Why don't you become Gyaru, Kaho? What's stopping you?
No, right? Maybe I should.
You could probably pull it off. Yeah, you would look strange tan, I think.
Gyaru was a thing when I was in middle school or like high school.
Right, like it's not that popular anymore in Japan, right?
No, and my school was very strict. I couldn't do makeup or dye
You
my
can't do
hair.
makeup?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Is that common in Japan?
School was a Protestant school, so Christian school, so maybe extra strict.
You went to a Christian school?
A
Yeah,
Christian
well-
Japanese school. Talk about extreme
turned out to be a
fucking
great Christian.
intensities.
But it was time for our third and
Intensity of
final
expectations.
Gyaro conversation. The Gyaro girl, who was kind enough to scream happy birthday at me, wanted to come over to talk to us.
Oh Jesus, she's a fucking dolphin.
Wow. How do you get so much energy?
You're just a natural born Gyaru.
This is a really intense experience.
Yeah, when did you become Gyaru? Was that difficult in school? Were the teachers not like, no, you can't do this? So they would say like, no, you can't do it? And then what would you do? Like, how would you be like, no, fuck you? Are you like this everywhere or just the bar?
Well, she's like this to her mom too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, all the time. Being a Gyaru would cost a lot of money unless you're influencer. So.
Wow. So if I wanted to become Gyaru, I could.
She's like that from middle school and she's just gotten used to it.
I've never had my nails done. I feel like, how do you like wipe your butt?
As Kei-Chami just mentioned, she's an influencer in Japan. And I wanted to know if there was any drama that goes on if you're an influencer in Japan. Because, as you know, we have drama non-stop in the West,
Oh,
especially
fun.
among the beauty scenes.
Wow, no battle. Friendly.
Maybe I should become Gyaru. No drama. It's all chill. Lots of energy. Yeah, I should become Gyaru.
Do you know the term Newhar?
Why would people want drama?
She used to be a
I mean,
man.
I know why
Oh, okay.
people want
Yeah.
drama,
Yeah.
but
Awesome.
why would
The
anyone want to
LGBT
have
in
drama?
Japan is quite difficult. For example, gay marriage isn't legal in Japan, so it is actually very rare that you do come across transgender people in Japan. So it is just awesome to see where, even in Japan, where the rules are super strict and you can't stand out at all, that if you want to, you can, and with pretty damn good nails.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
ありがとうございます。ありがとう。ありがとう。Again.
And so that's it. That was my first experience at
Oh,
a Gyaro
okey-dokey.
Girls Bar. And although the food wouldn't have been my first choice, I have to say, it was really cool getting to meet some interesting staff and meet people with some cool stories. And if you ever are in Japan, I highly recommend going around bars and just exploring and seeing what cool bars lie around each corner. And who
Oh,
knows, maybe
yeah.
I'll make more videos on interesting bars in Japan.
I
But
definitely
when you
wanna
leave
try
this
that
bar tension,
when I
you
go over
have
there.
to take a photo with some of the staff.
But I'll never
that
see
you have a
enough.
souvenir to take home. And that's exactly what me and Kaho did. As you can see, I'm extremely photogenic.
Kaho, thank you for my birthday present,
Oh,
a
happy
JoJo phone.
birthday again.
I didn't even know this existed. Thank
That's
you
really
so
cool.
much.
I'm so happy to
It's a really great
This
friend
has
to
been
do that
an
for him. I
interesting
mean,
way to
damn.
spend my birthday.
Right, definitely.
I've never had it done like this. The Gyaru girls are fantastic and crazy and amazing. It's a part of Japan that I never explored before, and thank you so much for showing it to me.
Oh.
I can't say I'll come back often. My heart can't take
Oh, I
this
think I've seen
level of
this
volume,
girl
but it's
before.
been a lot of fun, so thank you so
She's
much.
got like really
Not
big
like a
boobs,
fake-
doesn't she?
Like a fake crest.
Onwards to our next
She kind of
adventure. I
tries to
suppose.
hide them.
Bye, guys. Bye. Bye.
Again.
Okay, so yep, everything up to there is shown. And that is not. Okay, that's kind of weird. But whatever. Alrighty. Well, I know no one's watching, but I'm going to take a quick break. Real quick. Okay, talking into the microphone. This is just a test. Talking into the microphone. This is just a test. Testing. This is just a test. Testing. Testing, 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 testing. Test, 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 test. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Testing, testing, testing. Test, 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 test. 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 Ready. I think we're good to go here again. Looking good. Alright. What should I watch next? If that'll get out of the way. I see. I have to... Okay, thanks. Alright. What do I got? The worst love hotel in all of Japan. All of Japan.
Oh, you ruined somebody's life, huh? Oh, it's Charlie telling us about how Twitch chat just fucked this guy in the butt, just way up in there with a fucking Moby Huge. Just twisted it around in his butt socket and out the life hole.
Twitch chat is a place where common sense and reasoning goes to die. At least for the most part. There is some unhinged chatters out there, and I swear to God, some of them aren't even like real people. They feel like figments of an imagination from your worst nightmare, or like lobotomy victims all spouting some nonsensical garbage that isn't even related to what's happening in the stream. But now I'd like to introduce you to the final boss of unhinged Twitch chatter. This guy. Danny sent me this today, and I haven't heard anyone talk about this, which is surprising, because this is one of those, like, weirder stories that I feel people would be talking about from Twitch. So this guy made a statement in an unnamed streamer's chat claiming that he was about to go kill some people in a mass shooting, and then he got arrested for it because the chatters warned the FBI, and they actually acted on it. So he said that mass murder was coming soon in the Twitch chat, and then they actually showed up and arrested this man, and he's now about to
Oh, that's great.
face some serious repercussions for this.
Glad they did that. This is a fucking idiot.
This is also, surprisingly, like the first time I feel the FBI's ever acted on something like this. If I can't remember which mass shooter it was, but one of the mass shooters had made a statement similar to this in a YouTube stream, and the FBI was tipped off about it. And they had already like identified that guy as a person of interest, and they still didn't act on it, and he actually did follow through and kill people. What mass shooter was that? Does anyone remember? Was it Nicholas Cruz? It might have been. But yeah, so I think this is a good thing. I am happy to hear that they took action about that.
Yeah, right.
100%. With everything that's been going on,
threats and declaration of intent is plenty these days. Should be.
Loser, but like a big W for law enforcement. I'm glad they finally bothered to take any level of proactive action here, for sure. Now, when he was apprehended and questioned by authorities, he admitted that the account was his and that the comments were stupid, saying that he was in a dark place, kind of similar to like a YouTuber apology video, honestly. He was saying like he was depressed, intoxicated, and he was recently going through a loss in the family, so he made those comments, which isn't a justification at all for what he said. Like, it's sad to hear that he was going through such tough shit, but that doesn't at all excuse these kind of threats. And I do consider these threats now. This isn't just like nonsensical hoopla tossed out there. I no longer view it as it's just a prank, bro. It's just me goofing around being a little silly, threatening some mass murder. When there have been so many mass shootings, and like I mentioned in the stream, one case just like this where someone made a very similar threat and then followed through on it shortly thereafter. And you see so many times, like almost every time there's a mass shooter, the authorities come out and they're like, yeah, we actually knew that this guy was a threat. We also knew about the things he was saying online. Like, we actually even had him in our custody for a little while. We gave him a fist bump and told him, like, you know, it's all good now. We looked into your eyes, into the windows of your soul, and we decided you probably won't do it. And then he did it, so we were kind of shocked and almost betrayed that he did it. But yeah, we knew, like, all of these details. And then you always, like, are left scratching your head, like, well, why didn't you act on it? Like, maybe get guns away from that person or something. So even if this guy wasn't a legitimate threat, he wasn't some Gotham villain about to poison the water supply or start spouting riddles off to Batman, it's still good, and I view it as a very positive thing that the authorities went to investigate, to confirm whether or not this individual had plans to harm himself or others. I'm glad it wasn't a threat that was taken lightly or falling on deaf ears, just because I don't think there's any reason to take that chance anymore when something just like this happened and did lead to a lot of innocent deaths. So I do think this is a good thing, but I have seen a lot of people making these slippery slope arguments about, well, if everyone's chats are being policed and you can be arrested for things you say anonymously in a chat room, that could lead to a lot of other things where people are getting punished for really minor offenses. And I can kind of see where that stance is coming from, that perspective, because, for example, E-Rob, who is a Twitch streamer, nay, that's doing him a disservice. He's more than a streamer, he's a goddamn icon. E-Rob made a joke with one of his viewers in his offline Twitch chat about beating him up at TwitchCon. It was just a threat made in jest between two people that knew each other, and E-Rob got reported for it in the offline chat, and Twitch banned him for a whole month because of that threat, even though it was just a joke. And they didn't fall back on the ban. He spent the entire time in the slammer, in purgatory, unable to stream, all because he made that joke that was taken to the principal's office by the hall monitor, and he was unjustly disciplined for it. So I can see why people would then take this situation where this man was arrested after his threats and blow it up to a bigger scale, where if this is more commonplace, who's to say authorities won't start just striking people down for really small things without looking at like the bigger context or even bothering to see if they were joking or whatever. Like, I do kind of understand where that's coming from, but I still think at the end of the day, it'd be very dangerous and stupid to ignore threats like this guy was making. Multiple threats about mass murder coming soon, killing 20 people, shit like that. He made himself sound like he was just gonna be fucking piling up corpses in the street. Like, that is something that I don't think should be taken lightly and shouldn't be ignored. So I am happy they stepped in for that. So I do hope they continue to take threats like this seriously, because it could very well prevent a tragedy. This isn't the only time a mass shooter has advertised their upcoming crimes. And while this guy may not have had any plans to do it, some of the other ones have and have followed through on it. Authorities didn't act until it was too late. Now this does bring me to an extremely important point to mention with this whole subject, and that's the curious case of Josh Palault, whom I've made a video on and who's been on our podcast twice now, because his situation was so unique and fascinating and just at times downright diabolical. This shit grabs your nipples and fucking titty twisters them. Like, his whole case, his situation and everything is unreal to believe that it actually happened. And it's very similar to what we're talking about right now. Josh, quite a long time ago while playing RuneScape and drinking, made a threat on the game about a school shooting. You know, don't go to school the next day, that kind of thing. And the Jagex, the company behind RuneScape, the developers, got tipped off to what Josh had said, and they forwarded that information to the authorities. So then the authorities scoot in sideways, kick down the door, throw the cuffs on him, and then absolutely steam his fucking ham. He received 6 years in prison. This was not a light sentence by any means. 6 full years, which he served the entire term of, because they determined that they had reason to believe he was like an actual possible threat. And I'm not going to get into like the actual nitty-gritty of the case, but with all of the information out there, it feels like it was an extreme case of corruption here that led to him receiving a 6-year punishment. He was a kid who was drinking and saying some stupid, edgy shit online, and doesn't seem like there was any real evidence to suggest that he was going to go out and hurt people or do anything horrible, that he was just making those shitty, edgy threats. Now, I do think it was right that they stepped in to investigate, just to be sure and just to be safe, but then after they go through the whole song and dance of the investigation, they should have reached the conclusion that this is just an edgy troll. And yes, of course, get slapped with some kind of penalty or charge about making like ridiculous threats online. That's completely fine and understandable. But 6 years because they viewed him like a fucking terrorist made no sense. So I do think with a case like what we were talking about today initially, and comparing it to Josh Palault's case, I do think that there is a level that needs to be had from the authorities where they take these threats seriously, but then they also have to be fair with the investigation, where if they determine it's just some edgy asshole with no real or imminent threat to the people around them, well then charge them for the threats, but don't go the extra mile with this vendetta, this grudge against them.
Well, you would hope that would be obvious.
Behind bars forever. Now, in the case that we're talking about today with the Twitch chatter who made these threats of mass murder,
go through
he's
it
currently
and make
facing
6 years.
charges of written threats to kill or do bodily harm.
Absurd.
Now, that seems to fit the crime. That seems like a punishment that fits the crime. That's exactly what he did. They determined he didn't have any firearms, and they seem confident that he was never actually going to carry out these things. Thus, he's just being charged with the threats of doing these things as opposed to, like, the potential act of doing them. So I think that overall this whole thing is
being charged for something you might do, though, is like
the same mistake they made with Josh Palault here, where they try and throw the whole book at him, just get the whole kit and caboodle tossed his way. It seems like they know very much what's happening here. They took it seriously, and they're pursuing charges that I think are appropriate for what they've done. Now, I just wanted to talk about this situation because I thought this was a pretty important one. Again, if this was a very unwell individual who was going to carry out something terrible like this, then this would have absolutely just saved lives. And regardless, I think it is still a good precedent to set where you shouldn't be making these kind of stupid, reckless, dangerous threats online in the first place. Like, I do think this charge that he's facing for it is appropriate, and I just wanted to talk about that. That's about it. See ya.
That's about it. See ya.
Yeah, seems about right. Worst case scenario. And Pikmin, Diamond, Pearl, and Shining Brilliant, whatever it's called. I'm a Arlo, and I'm a heck of a puppet. A bit of a complicated subject, that. Hello, yes. Cursor, please. Alright, we'll look at the home. Or how about some shots? We'll do some shots.
This new generation of workers are built differently.
Apparently I do a lot of things that are what bisexuals do.
Ooh.
But I'm not bisexual.
What does this look like? Oh,
okay. You know.
It's not what you told my dad.
Just stop. Let's go to ad.
What is going on right now, man?
Oh, Fillion. I love you, Fillion.
It's Dream! What? Chad's epic Dream! I love Dream
Oh
so
my
much.
God.
If Dream was actually here, I would cry right now. Oh my God, is that Dream from Minecraft? You bet your sweet bippy it is. Make sure to watch our next Manhunt vid. It's gonna be in real life featuring Mr. Beast and a bunch of guns. We're gonna be inside of a live volcano to simulate Minecraft. What is going on right now, man? Okay. And he heads into the portal. It's Dream!
Yeah, I think this works pretty good.
Chad's epic Dream! I
Yeah,
love
that's
Dream
not
so much.
out of the way
If Dream was
enough, and-
actually here, I would cry right now.
The first subject is...
Most times when we try to make a...
Your entire ancestral line, you are the 3 Fs. Fake, phony, and fraudulent.
Fake. Phony. With a capital F. Fraudulent. I think your diploma might be fraudulent, my boy, but I got a quick tip.
Did you guys know?
Let's see what corgis we have at dog daycare today.
Penelope, why are you following me? Can you sit? Penelope, sit.
No. The opposite of sit.
Albus, why are you up here yelling at everyone, huh? Shake? No, Albus, get over here, dude. I don't want to hear any more sass out of you, Gigi. Be nice, Gigi. Be nice.
Boy,
to
she's
me,
so happy.
okay? What up, little man? I like your bandana, bro. Cookie, why are you yelling now? Cookie, what's wrong? Cookie, what? Cookie.
Is that a corgi?
Rudy, I do not have time for Rudy. Winnie, baby, come here. Come here, baby. Rudy, don't make me do this. Don't make me chase you around the daycare, dude. Don't. I see that little butt wiggling. Chill.
He's gonna do it.
Come here, baby. Come here. No, Rudy.
Let's see what corgis we have at dog daycare today.
That's super
Why are
cute.
you following me? Can you sit? Penelope.
Every modern website needs 7 features. 1. Legally, you need the user to accept cookies to exploit their privacy for advertisers. Provide multiple options to make this as confusing as possible. 2. Use the geolocation API to request their location so we know exactly where they live and where they're going. 3. Get permission for push notifications, because who doesn't love getting unsolicited notifications from some random website? 4. Launch an obnoxiously animated modal window to harvest their email for the newsletter. 5. Autoplay a video, but make sure to disable the controls so it can only be stopped by a skilled JavaScript programmer. 6. This user might be a bot, so let's verify them with an impossible CAPTCHA. 7. At this point, the user might try to leave. To prevent this and still get a conversion, disable the back button, launch a pop-up that says the user has violated the government, and provide a link to your Bitcoin address to resolve for a nominal fee. Every modern website needs 7 features. 1. Legally.
I got a question for you.
Oh, God.
What's always in front of you, but you can't see it?
I don't know, man. Jeez.
The future.
Whoa, so deep. Oh, the dog and cat. Oh no. The cat's gonna fuck that German Shepherd up.
What? What are you smelling? Oh my goodness.
Oh.
Want a ball? No interest in the ball. Steve?
When Nirvana once played a concert in Buenos
God.
Didn't have a German chocolate cake on the show in case one person in the audience had a nut allergy.
Mm.
I always thought a nut allergy was a very good euphemism for lesbian.
No.
What's Sandy like? Well, you know she's got a nut.
That's fucking great. Oh man.
Can I just say, as a hetero woman, you don't have to be a lesbian to have a nut allergy.
Didn't have a German chocolate cake on the show.
Oh, that's fucking
one
funny.
Person in the audience.
Oh yeah, I got a 3D printer, so of course it always recommends 3D print stuff to me, so I can print it out. I've only printed out a couple that I've seen on here, but they were pretty good, the ones I did. Like a phone stand. Oh, and then it's got like fur. Yeah, that's neat. Oh, you don't show the fur with the horse? That's the best part. Yeah, we already saw the octopus. This lady is amazing. I still don't know her full story, but like she just is like on like a wildlife rescue facility with like dozens of big cats, and they all love the shit out of her. Like they'll just let her do anything they want, pretty much any time. She knows them really well. And you know, for almost anybody else, I would say, you know, these things are crazily unpredictable. You never know it's a wild animal and all, but she really seems like she knows what she's doing, and the animals just really seem to love her in a different category of attachment. So she's probably fine.
Babe, you okay?
Oh, I just had. This is why all of my dogs finish in a position and don't just.
See that guy's a bit
It's the
nuts to
longest
me.
experiment in the world. Pitch drop experiment.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. That's
I
lame.
learned a new prop trick today. If you have an actor that has to be handling gunpowder, you don't want them handling real gunpowder, so use poppy seeds. Since gunpowder is in the form of
that's
large
cute.
granules, the seeds make a good and safe alternative. Here's some examples of real gunpowder, and now the poppy seeds. This way you won't
Couldn't
ignite
even tell.
controversy by putting your actor in danger, and you won't blow the take. I learned a new prop trick today. If you have an actor that has
Here's how Big Chungus spent her day in the van.
Chungy.
She started the morning being my own little space heater, and when she got out of bed, she did not do a big stretch, which was slightly disappointing. She believed she was entitled to a bite of breakfast pizza, later staring at us with disgust when we didn't share. She gave the windshield a very thorough cleaning, and it appears that something caught her attention. She quickly jumped from door to door to chase after nothing other than a fly. After backing it into a corner, she acted very surprised when it didn't move after she had swatted it with her paw. Her patience is truly unmatched as she sat here for quite a long time. Later, she got camera shy when I started filming her making bread, and then curled up on my lap for a very good nap. She was absolutely loving this piece of string. Oh, and this one too, a different type of string. She made sure no crumb was left behind, gave a goodnight kiss,
She's efficient.
and then got settled and ready for bed.
No.
Here's how Big Chung is spent.
Hi, I'm Antrolio Gutierrez.
Utterly insane now these days. Ooh, ooh. What the fuck is that supposed to be? Good.
Look at that.
Well, she just didn't want to be bothered by you. Alright. Oh, I love the Apollo bird. Apollo. What color? What color? Bird, 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 bird. Bird. Bull, bull, ah. Stick. It's a sock. That's a cork. Glass.
I made the nostril gripper to solve the world's.
All right.
So my sister's son.
Wait, what?
I made the nostril gripper to solve the world's biggest problem with glasses. Those pesky arms. Simply remove your arms and clip the nostril gripper onto the nose piece. The specialized teeth firmly and comfortably grip your septum, while also gently removing unwanted nose hair on the way out. Happy trails. I made the nostril gripper to solve the world's.
It's maybe not the worst idea I've ever heard, because those things can work, but there's no way it would be secure enough for daily use.
So my sister's son likes to draw, and she just sent me
Definitely not
this.
comfortable enough.
Sullivan is obsessed with Five Nights.
Our dog Hammy is a dinner cheater. He always sneaks closer to the kitchen so he can have first pick of the food bowls instead of waiting patiently. We call this the inchworm, and he's been doing it ever since he was a puppy, which makes Olivia pretty annoyed. We hear about a lot of dogs that resource guard, but Hammy just wants to be first to the food. He'll sometimes get 10 feet in front of Olivia before he's released to eat. When we asked his breeder about it, she let us know that Hammy would climb over his brothers and sisters for his mom's milk, so he probably thinks that there won't be enough food left for him. But Hammy still needs to learn that patience is a virtue, and sometimes that takes going to extreme measures to limit his inchworming. So now, Hammy doesn't get a head start when it's time to eat,
stuck.
and Olivia doesn't feel like she's getting Hammy's leftovers. Dinner time can finally be fair and square, as it should be. Our dog Hammy is a dinner cheater. He always sneaks closer to the kitchen.
That's really cute. Yeah, just give him a little bit, but then he has to stop. He's like, no, no, no. No, no, no.
Have you ever wondered why cats randomly bite your hand?
No.
Everyone at least once has thought about robbing a bank, but what if you make it to the vault and see all of their money is stored in gold bars? How much gold could you actually run away with if you made it out? Well, the answer depends on your strength, because the average weight of bank's gold bullions are 400 troy ounces, or about 28 pounds, each worth $700,000. Now, the world record for picking heavy things up and walking with them is 1,224 pounds. So assuming you aren't the world record holder, let's say you can lift almost double your body weight. The average male weighs in at 200 pounds, so you struggle out the bank with 400-ish pounds of gold bars. And at the current market value, you've just successfully robbed a bank for $10,050,040 US. Everyone at least once has thought of.
Assuming you get away with it.
2, 3.
What did you think was gonna happen?
Yay! Woohoo! 2, 3.
A little less dense than he thought. You'll see the comments of this. He was like, yay, yay. He's like, oh, it's fun. Yeah, he's right. He's definitely right.
No, God! No, God, please, no! No!
No! Cat knows what he wants.
Okay, I've got a beef with evolution again. I was told that there were only two kinds of plesiosaurs. Ones with long necks and small heads, and one with short...
Many doctors are saying... Sir, it looks like you had a little bit too much to drink.
I mean, he's pretty funny. No. Although I am interested to see what happens. Yeah, probably just nothing, right? It just gets stuck.
Okay, didn't explode. It's not exactly solid. There is still like air gaps here, but I'm going to declare that this is success.
Pretty cool.
Guys, right here in the middle of town.
Are you... Whoa. That's a
beast.
Canadian for life right there.
He's a biggin', boy. He's just.
He just
like
walks right the
walking
fuck
down
by
the
him.
middle of the road.
Are you fucking
Don't
kidding
get
me?
too
He's
close to him.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That
Walking
guy
by him
there
was
almost
enough.
got trumped.
Walking by him was like, all right, but just standing there and just like
Right here in the middle of town.
eye dogging him.
The government
Foolish.
says we just have a little inflation. I bought this battery in 5 of 19. I paid $80 for it on a commercial account. I just went down to buy another one, and I said, well, how much is a new battery? Same battery, same place, same commercial account, nothing's changed. $180. I think that's just a little over 8%. The government says we just have...
Shonen Jump has a new hit series on its hands. This manga
Yeah,
hit the
cost of
ground
everything
running.
is
Its
definitely
first
not up
volume
just
has
10%.
already done better than any series since My Hero Academia.
50. It's...
Okay,
Whoa!
this is a really bad idea.
Does someone actually buy that?
I'm already...
Whoa.
No, dude, that didn't take long.
So, I mean, I got to imagine the way the conversation went. The boss said, "Hey, Bob," that's Bob right there. "We got these new foam applicator guns, and I need you to go out front and do a little demonstration so we could sell millions of these, and I'll be a millionaire." So Bob takes the foam and the applicator gun, and he goes out front, and he proceeds to fill up what I'm assuming is a roof drain with foam. Might not be a roof drain, but usually they don't put holes in the side of buildings for funsies. So, yeah, good job, Bob. So, I mean, I got to imagine the way
Fill that hole all the way up.
Behind the stars.
With the shoes. This is a Korean house. You need to put
Didn't
out
even
the
get in there,
shoes.
just kind of shot it at the outside.
Nancy and her family were on their way back home from the Santa Cruz Beach boardwalk when her boyfriend noticed a truck's rear end was riding lower than its front end. As it passed by, they saw a large piece of plastic tied to the rear of the truck, and all agreed about how dangerous it was. A moment later, it came off and landed on the front end of the SUV behind it. I've definitely never seen that before. Nancy's family is right. That is dangerous. Nancy and her family were on their way back.
Huh? What the heck is
Come
this?
on, cow.
Oh my dairy darn, is this
More.
Dairy Dan's farm? No way, I haven't been here in like 10 years. Oh, what up, guys? Tony, is that you?
Yeehaw, sure is.
Samantha,
Howdy,
oh my
Samuel.
gosh, Samantha, you got so fat.
Oh, thanks, Sammy. You're too sweet.
Man, that's lit. You guys are looking fire for real.
What the hell he just said? What's wrong with your nose?
Oh, my nose ring? It's kind of a city thing. You probably wouldn't know about it. But, bro, you guys don't know how good you have it.
Oh,
Deadass,
shit.
no cap. The grass out here be busting.
What's wrong with him?
The only grass I could find in Chicago was on the street corner of Michigan Ave. Bro, don't even get me started on the people.
We done
in the
lost
city,
another
man. I tried going
one.
into this bar. It said Bulls fans only, but then everyone's looking at me like I'm an animal.
The city done did him in.
These 5 websites are going to change the world as we
Oh, really?
DoNotPay.com
Hmm.
is the world's first robot lawyer. Just look at all of these features. You can literally get it to appeal a parking ticket. Chat.openai.com is that crazy chat GPT everyone's using. You can literally tell it to do anything, like write me a 500-word children's book, and then it literally starts writing it. Jasper.ai/art uses artificial intelligence to create realistic.
Then again, the guy has a bookmark for fucking Trump shit, so who knows how smart he is.
I completely forgot her dad was there.
No straw? No lime?
Anything else?
No snack? No kiss?
So no head?
I completely forgot her dad.
Yeah, sure. I mean, fake, but still funny. You know, I'm glad I didn't get a resin printer. Because, like, they're cool, but man, that's a lot of effort.
This is LEGO's first...
Alright, I'm gonna grab a snack. Alrighty.
First ever official 3D printed minifigure accessory. This awesome piece is a replica of the iconic LEGO wooden duck, first released in 1935. We've had 2 sets based on this piece of LEGO history, but this minifigure scale version is even cooler than those. Given out as a gift at an event in Billund, Denmark, this duck replica even opens and closes its beak, just like the original wooden toy. This accessory is exclusively only available at the LEGO House store as part of the minifigure factory experience throughout the month of November. It's awesome to see LEGO
Talking.
techniques, and who knows what we'll be getting in the future. But only LEGO fans know that this is LEGO's first ever official 3D printed minifigure.
I'm Clint. What can I...
This is
Yeah,
LEGO's
look at this
first
one.
ever official 3D printed minifigure accessory. This awesome piece is a replica of the iconic LEGO wooden duck, first released in 19...
Well, I'm Clint. What can I get started for you?
Well, thank you, Clint. You got any cocktail recommendations?
Why don't you tell me what you like and I'll make something up.
I have a whiskey coke.
How about my own twist on the whiskey coke? I call it twisted nipple.
Oh. How about a damn whiskey coke?
How about a whiskey smash? Are you feeling some citrus, some mint?
I'm feeling agitated. Why don't you make me a whiskey coke?
Okay.
Coke's fine.
Whiskey coke it is. I should let you know that our coke is made in-house using a special blend of herbs and agave.
You some Terry!
Oh,
Terry!
all right.
This motherfucker in a monkey suit you call bartender don't know how to pour a damn drink.
Well, he ain't a bartender. He's a mixologist now.
What is he, a doctor? No, but he studied this drink making more than some doctors study medicine, I tell you. Yeah, he's a magician with this
Is that
stuff.
right?
Huh? Yeah, if you're smart, you put yourself in his hands, I tell you.
All
right, I'll take a twisted nipple in. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide. Coming right up.
I'm happy to be in your hands, Clint. Box in the hen house, Tim.
Well, I'm Clint. What can I get?
DEA period has been great to us. It's been wonderful. Great
Remember during the
organization.
pilot, we watched a video the DEA gave us on how to make.
And they showed us how to
They
make.
showed us how to make.
How to make the meth.
Yeah.
We have a thriving side business.
DEA period has been great to us. It's been wonderful. Great organization.
Did you know that you can actually kill these guys in one hit no matter what the weapon is? The vents on their head are their weak spot. Hitting there will
I need
trigger
to
an animation
turn that
that
up a
will
little.
explode
Am I
them
able to
almost
do that?
instantly. The only problem is getting there. It's not impossible to reach an uneven surface, so get to the high ground before jumping at it. Number 2, you can actually see if a fall will kill you by attacking right before the fall. If a fall is lethal, the game will actually stop you with an invisible wall. If it's not, you will actually sit right through. Number 3 is actually pretty game breaking, so much so that it actually makes stamina recovery items trivial. While running, crouch and immediately stand back up. This will give you a stamina boost. This boost isn't affected even if you use extra stamina, so you can actually keep running while recovering your stamina. Do this back to back to full recovery. Did you know that you can actually kill these guys in one hit no matter what the weapon is? The vents on their head are their weak spot. Hitting there will trigger an animation that will explode them almost instantly. The only problem is getting there. It's not impossible to reach an uneven surface, so get to the high ground before jumping at it. Number 2, you can actually see if a fall will kill you by attacking right before the fall. If a fall is lethal, the game will actually stop you with an invisible wall. If it's not, you will actually sit right through. Number 3 is actually pretty game breaking, so much so that it actually makes stamina recovery items trivial. While running, crouch and immediately stand back up. This will give you a stamina boost. This boost isn't affected even if you use extra stamina, so you can actually keep running while recovering your stamina. Do this back to back to full recovery. Did you know that you can actually kill these guys in one
Let's
hit
go back
no matter
to
what the weapon
regular
is?
videos. I like her videos. Let me see if I can find something shorter. I mean, I like those two. Luxury cruise. Blah 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 blah. Carnival. I mean, I like that video. She got another video like that. I like a Carnival cruise. It might be all I had interest in, really. Because she just put one out too that was like, oh, I missed a cruise that kicked us off that I'd read about. She happened to be on that one.
Do you want to hear my real voice? Sure.
Miku's a big inspiration.
Whoa, what's
Miko.
wrong? What? What's wrong? My just dropped. You like it? Is it hot? You like it?
Do you want to hear my real voice? Sure.
I love.
More than just that, of course.
Hello YouTube! Today we are creating myself in 3D, so let's go!
This is what I want to do.
Let's go! So, we took a photo of myself. I look like I'm in pain. Why are you dance screaming? Fine, we'll make another one!
Tell me that you model if you ain't been involved.
So now,
Probably need a good few photos,
now
wouldn't you?
this photo, and we're going to create it into a 3D model. We're gonna take it and create a 3D model, put it into animation, motion capture it, so that we can create that perfect Technician RPG character, whatever whatnot. I'm gonna be using Character Creator 4 by Real Illusion. Basically, it uses AI to create characters right from photos. So I'll show you.
Nope.
It's very easy. Analyzing facial
Kinda
image.
like-
Okay, let's see what we get.
5 years later.
But
This is gonna take a while. No, it's not. My computer is strong. Damn!
Mine is too.
Abs. While we wait, this is the perfect time for jokes. Singing in the shower is fun until you get soap in your mouth. Then it's a soap opera.
Oh, hell no. What the fuck? Boo.
Oh my god. That's insane. Okay, this is a good base, but we're gonna fix it a bit. Looks more like me and less like that. Does it look similar to me? Imagine me bald. What? Why? I like this one. Wow. Why do I have no chin?
Oh god,
It
that
looks like
chin.
Elon Musk. Oh, it does. Ah! Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take King Tut here. We're gonna go into Unreal's MetaHuman Custom Creator, and that's where things are gonna get interesting. Now we are at the Unreal Engine editor, and we've got our plugins. Now we're going to import that object. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to create MetaHuman identity. Now that we have this beautiful face of mine, oh my god, that's not cursed at all. We're going to take this and we're going to MetaHumans it, okay? Okay, I just want to take that lump away and then bring the nose down at the same time. Is that too much to ask? Also, what the f is this shit? At least it's prettier than the other version.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh man.
It doesn't look that much like her. Kinda.
Chat, just freaking squint and use your imagination, alright? It's good body. It's the male fat version of me. Holy shit, with the bulge.
But
Wow. Wow, if I were ever to be a thick woman, that's what I'd be. Okay, so we are going to put on some clothes. Crew neck t-shirt. That's their options, by the way. This is it. Bottoms, shorts. Okay, this is me. Look, we are gonna put this into Unreal Engine. This is what we need, my friends. This is what we need. And now we're gonna open up Technician inside Unreal Engine. I got myself a lovely bunch of coconuts. That's me! Chat, that's your streamer! Is that Michael Jackson? It doesn't look anything like Michael Jackson. So now you're probably
Definitely
like,
does.
let's move her face. Yes, we get to move her face now. You ready? My name is Technician 2.0. Hello. I like how I can't close my mouth. Do you think she looks like me? You don't see any resemblance whatsoever?
Huh?
Bye.
Hello? I found the unmute button. You guys ready for something cool?
The
Here,
unmute
hello, I am streamer. How are you
Hello.
doing today? This
My
better
name
than this.
is
I am here
Gold
to
Nico.
conquer the world.
Hee.
Okay. Alright, so that gets to our next segment of the stream, the fun part. Where we get into mocap in order to motion capture myself. And we're gonna bring her into my room as well so that she can be your streamer. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Next and look straight ahead for 3 seconds.
Yeah, it's done.
See, like,
Check it out.
yeah, her setup would be great, but man, that's a lot of hassle.
So athletic, chat.
And a lot of
Isn't that
wires.
cool? God, I really need to work out, man. I wish I could do a handstand. Maybe I can try.
Then again, you know, all this isn't nothing. I mean, I got, you know, the track straps and the shoes and
Okay, so we're
handies.
opening up the Unreal Engine.
It's really not so bad, though. I feel like all those wires, man. And you gotta strap thing on your wrist and your arm.
For this to work. You ready to see a 3D body naked? There it is. This
Torso
is what we're gonna do.
thing.
We have to take our
Head strap.
This is not exactly How long have I been muting said? Well, I just literally told you the secrets of the universe, chat. So I have to make this into T-pose. Now we go here, and we're gonna have to say create remap asset. Asset, not acid. Chat,
Acid.
pray. This is the moment where it's either gonna work or we're gonna crash.
No, no, no.
Looks wrong. Oh my god. There she is.
Bong.
Oh
Bong.
my god,
Bong.
that's me! Hello! Now it's time to put her into my world. OBS time. Oh, you ready? My god. It's like having a
Oh, are you
fucking-
ready?
Ha! Yes, this is it. Hello, my name is Technician. Hello.
Good lord. Why does it look so horrifying?
There she is. This is actually pretty cool. I mean, despite the cursedness, you know, despite the obvious, it's actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's okay.
You're looking mighty fine.
I feel like the method I have in mind would be better, though.
I think you guys have had enough of the nightmare, probably. But the nightmare is pretty much done. Alright, chat. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream today. I hope you all liked it. I had a lot of fun. Love you guys. Join my Discord. Peace.
Alrighty. I think for now I might be ready to call it there. I think that was a fairly successful stream. All of these streams have just been test streams so far, testing a different facet of streaming capabilities, and I think they all worked out pretty well. So, if anyone's watching this in the future, there should be more content coming soon, and I'm gonna be making more stuff, having some more fun with this. Really gonna see where I can push the limits and see what can be accomplished. Hopefully get some more viewers and subscribers and all that. I've got some good ideas for once things pick up just a little bit more. I mean, I just need a couple of viewers to like stick around and talk a little bit, and then we can get some good stuff going. Alrighty, well, yeah, y'all have a good one there, and watch some more of my stuff. Could be over here, down there maybe. There might be some sort of subscribe thing. I don't know how it works. Anyway, have a good one.